Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Yoga together. And the spring, it's almost spring. And yeah, it's a March is, it's a peach. Well, in Japan, we have a peach blossom flower comes on this time. Actually, tomorrow, March 3rd, is the kind of it's a festival. It's called Girls Festival, but actually, traditionally, it's the peach blossom season that it's March 3rd. But anyway, so having those festival, of course, the flower is blossoming. And, when flower blossoms, it's really, you see the winter time, there was no color to it, but the flower gives the color to our life. So that's giving us, joyful and happiness as well. And then actually the Tibet is it's kind of New Year or Losa it's called, but it's yesterday was that Happy New Year or Happy Saturn, celebration. Well, anyway, so many festival happens in this season and changing from winter to spring. And of course, when the cold weather to, warm up and of course, a pouring blowing and it's hard to keep up our, health as well. And if you have a sensitivity to the pouring but anyway, so let's keep our immunity and vitality strong. So let us close our eyes to sit down. So any place if you like to sit on a chair or a cushion. Let us close our eyes and be comfortable to this body, our body. So this is a body that we only have, our precious body. And this mind that we sometimes struggle and sometimes find it easy, but that's the only mind we have. Let us connect that and a grateful appreciation to what we have, our body, mind, and our heart, and whatever comes into our way. So grateful appreciation. When we observe a blossoming flower, we really enjoy the moment, enjoy that particular moment, that we watching the blossom or flower, and that bring us joy. So imagine that, that's the only time, but we are able to see the blossom. That joy we are cultivating to as much as we can. And sometimes when we do regular, everyday life, it's hard to remember that. And especially when we have a hard time and difficult time and many things happens and challenging time, it is hard to bring the joy. But we continue to practice. And connecting with our breath through the nose and going out through the nose with this breath. And breath helps us to connect our body, mind, and our heart. And continue to breathe. So I might mention Thich Nhat Hanh, Vietnamese Zen master that recently passed. I mentioned his quote several times. But Thich Nhat Hanh is passed away at 95 years old last month. So he was the peace activist during the Vietnam War. So Vietnam War, so long ago. So he has seen the sadness and difficulties and pain, then he saw lots of suffering. He experienced suffering, but his teaching is to find the joy and happiness in every moment. So that is his teaching. He said he saw enough suffering and difficulties and sorrow and sadness. That is why he thinks it's very important to teach joy and happiness. So in that mind, we cultivate the joy and happiness to ourselves and sharing to others. And even it's happening again right now that the Ukraine, the Russia, that they have a conflict and the peace is broke and the non-violence is happening. Even we practice non-violence and yoga practice every time, but the world is still not that way, doesn't go that way. But we keep practicing non-violence to ourselves. And let's stay here for a few more breaths. Let's together, big inhale, hands reach out and up. Exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Maybe bow our head to set our intention, dedication for today or today's practice. And slowly, let's open our eyes. All right. If you are sitting on a chair or somewhere, maybe a little bit change to sit on the ground. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Then exhale, right hand come down and left hand reach over the head. We'll do a rainbow circle and rotate our torso a little bit to open our chest up and maybe looking up. Then on our exhalation, rounding our back and dropping our head forward and coming onto the left side. And then we switch our hands, inhale. And then exhale, round our back. So let's go on. So using this movement to find the openness to the side of our body and the back of our body. Then when you inhale, maybe chest open. And one more each time. And slowly, let's come back to center. And let go our legs forward, please. So straight our legs forward. And maybe shaking our legs. And tapping. So tapping goes like when you bend your knees and drop down. So it's a nice kind of a massage to your calf and the back of the thigh. Okay. And then slowly release and bring our feet together if that's available to you. Then bringing the hands to catch the legs. So if this is comfortable, you can bring the fingers between your toes, kind of a awareness to have a space between the toes. And then shifting the weight right and left. So lifting the sits bone up and down, if that's comfortable to you. Then eventually bringing the both sits bone down to the mat. Then between the sits bones, there is a pelvic floor that we always bring our awareness to. So just notice there. Then gradually engaging and keep the back straight and spine straight and connecting to the top of your head. So just notice the connection to the pelvic floor to the top of your head. Then move our chest forward. Then we are making kind of a it's not the C shape, but like almost J shape. Then now round in the back. So now kind of a C shape. So pelvic floor goes forward and top of your head also goes forward. And then like a J shape, inhale. And then round our back, exhale. And let's do a few more rounds like this. All right. And then slowly come to center and release, cross our leg. Then hands come onto the ground and knee down, tabletop please. So if you have a knee sensitive, something under your knees, I have a towel. And open your fingers wide, palms down. So you are welcome to use the block if your wrist is not so comfortable like this. Then straight our right leg back and the ball of the foot come down to the ground. So I like to stretch the back of the leg and the calf and a hamstring. And Achilles tendon. And if you like, you may keep your left knee down or you may lift your left knee off the ground. So as you like. So if you lift your left knee up, more weight goes to the right leg and a more intense stretch or easy to stretch. One more breath. All right, then bring your left knee to the ground, the left foot come outside of the mat. Then face to the right side, the right hand to the sky. Yeah, you are welcome to use the block on your left hand if you like. Then move your right arm over the head and making a big circle. But do slowly. Then find the openness to the right side of the body, also front of the right hip. Okay, if you are comfortable, lifting the right leg up, inhale, open. And then exhale, bend your right knee, maybe catch your right ankle from outside, or maybe not. And then if this is available, kick into our hand, inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Bring our right foot down, right hand down to the mat. Then tuck our toes under both and downward facing dog, just briefly. And head down and opening the back line of the body. All right, then inhale, looking forward. Child pose, bring our knee to the ground, pull our hips back, sitting down. Then let's move our hips back and rotate our arms. So your palm is facing up. Make a fist squeeze. And then on our exhalation, let go. Then a few more times, make a fist squeeze. Then exhale, let go. All right. Then again, we are coming up to table and we're gonna do the other side. So left leg is back this time and push your left heel back and down. And let's have this time to stretch the back of your left knee or left calf. And Achilles tendon, hamstring. If you like, you may lift your right knee off the ground to challenge yourself a little bit. It's a core work if you lift your knee. All right, one more breath. And exhale. Bring our right knee to the ground, the right foot come outside. Then face to the left side, the left hand to the sky and open. Then move your left arm forward, then gradually making a big circle with your left hand. So as you do so, find the openness to the shoulder, or some parts maybe it's not easy to move. Just pay attention to it, and we are not forcing ourselves. Change the direction if you haven't. Okay, then maybe lift your left leg up and left hand to the sky, inhale. Then on our exhalation, bend your left knee, catch your left ankle. Then let's kick into our hands. One more breath. And then exhale, let's release. Bring our knee down. Then, if you like, downward facing dog, or you may come to child pose now. But if you came to downward facing dog, just stay a few breaths. And then let's bring our knee down, child pose. And pull our hips back. Let's this time bring our hands by our side and bring our hands palm face up. Okay. Make a fist squeeze. Then on our exhalation, let go. And one more time, make a fist. On our exhalation, release, let go. All right. Then reaching our hands forward. Then gradually rising up to table again. Inhale, right hand to the sky and looking up. On our exhalation, right hand goes under, reaching to the left side. So your left ear, so the right ear, shoulder to the ground. And give a nice pressure to the side of your right head. You know, the temple bone area. It's a really nice to kind of a massage on the mat. Then reach our left hand forward maybe. Then your right palm is face up and make a fist squeeze. Then on our exhalation, we let go. One more time, make a fist squeeze. And then exhale, let go. And you may stay there or you may shift your weight. Then stretch your left leg and maybe toes touch to the ground. Or maybe left. Yeah, maybe confusing. So you may just observe what I'm doing. So you can be just a knee down. Or you may stretch your left leg if that's comfortable. All right. Then gradually bring your knee down if you are lifted. Then bring your left hand closer and slowly rising up. Take your time though. We have a deep stretch to come out. So no surprising to our body. All right, then release. Other side. Inhale, left hand to the sky and open. And then exhale, left hand goes under to the right side. So your left ear, shoulder to the ground. And check your side of your head. Then reach our right hand forward. Then make a fist with your left hand, squeeze. Then on our exhalation, let go. And one more time, make a fist. Then exhale, let go. And you may stay here, just relax in there. Or maybe stretch your right leg. Maybe toes down, or maybe lift your right leg. All right. If you are lifting, knee down. Then gradually we're gonna unwind ourselves. Right hand come closer. And left hand up again. And exhale, release. Okay. And if you're comfortable, tuck our toes under. If not, you can use your hand. And tapping your toes. Then gradually, we're gonna come out. So there's a several ways to do. You can use your hands to support. You can use the block to support. Or from here, head down and heels down, bending forward. And you might grab our elbows or however you like to be in this. Soften your knees, maybe belly resting on your thigh. Now when you are ready, slowly coming up, but take your time. Soften your knees, round our back with your inhalation, slowly lifting up and rise to stand. Okay, so let's stand feet apart, feet hip distance apart. I hope you remember breath of joy. So I think last season we did quite a lot. So it goes inhale, hands forward, and exhale, hands out. Inhale forward. Then exhale, say ha, and we let go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, continue. If you feel dizzy, don't drop your head, but your arm just goes. We are really letting go. So interesting name is a breath of joy. So just imagine what we are doing in this practice. Last one. Loading ourselves to stand. Okay, feet is more apart. This time toes pointing out and swinging our hands, lapping around our body. So you can use your knees, soften and kind of a bounce too. Then tapping our hands at the kidney. Kidney is great for this season, still winter time, season to activate for the immunity and vitality for actually when we take care of the kidney during the winter time and the whole year, that reserve the vitality. And shoulder relaxed, arm relaxed. And you might incorporate Kapalabharati. Kapalabharati is a four exhalations through the nose. So exhale, exhale to twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gradually back to center. Whew. All right, hopefully warm up our body. So let's come to the front of the mat, please. So face to the front and the feet is together. And palms together to heart center. So did I tell you this is called Samastutihi? Sama means equal, or it's interesting that the Sanskrit is actually the origin of those English or those German language. The Sama is meaning is the same. So same is no difference. So no difference is even, right? So what is no difference is that, many ways, but I like to think of the energy level. So we always feel the grounding, right? Then reaching the top of your head to the sky. So it's upward. And also we are engaging a core, strengthening to keep our alignment posture nice, right? So gathering inward, but same time we kind of expand, feel of expansion, especially around the chest. So all these energy exist at one. Samastutihi. All right, let's use our breath and synchronize the movement. Very slowly. Inhale. Hands reach out and up. And maybe palms together at the top and gazing up. And slightly back bending. So arching your back and moving our chest upward. And then exhale, bend your knees, bend forward. And inhale, you may use the blocks, holding the block or hands on your leg and top of your head forward. Then exhale, bring our hands to the ground and tabletop. Maybe tabletop to downward facing dog. And keep your breath going smooth and steady. One more breath. All right. And then either you are tabletop or downward facing dog. Let's lift our right leg. Then bring our right foot forward. And you might use again something under your knees if you like. Then your left knee is down. And tuck our left knee under. You may keep your hands on your right knee to kind of secure and steady your right knee. Then Just imagine to sliding the pelvis forward using your left toe. Might be here, or you may hold the block side by side, or maybe reaching our hands up. Inhale. And then exhale, left hand come down and right hand to the sky. So we're gonna twist. I will have a block side by side with me. And if you like, you may lift your left knee up, but doesn't need to be. Okay, so let's move our right arm, touch to your ear or pointing forward. One more breath. Excellent. Then release. So still knee is down. Then let's come up to, okay, let's see how the toe goes. Point your left toe, then rise up. So let's come like, yeah, it's funny. Okay, I need to think, how was it? Okay, sorry. So your left toe is pointing to the right side of the mat. So you can face the pelvis on left side. Does that make sense? So we want to come to like a warrior two. So your front heel to the left knee is aligned. And then inhale, hands reach to the side. It's like a warrior two, but your left knee is down. And then on our exhalation, elbow to the right knee like elbow, then left hand reach up. All right, one more breath. Then slowly rise up. Okay, so next one might need a block. So hopefully you are easy to grab the block. With your left hand, block down, left hand come onto the block and right hand reach. Maybe point your right toe to the front and right hand goes back. And lift your chest up and maybe gaze up. So find the expansion of our chest. If it's not so comfortable, bend your right knee. One more breath. Okay, then rise up and come to warrior two. Then bring our hands to the front of the mat. Then carefully bring your right foot back. Table. Then downward facing dog. Hips up. All right. So that means when we do the left side, we might need a block on right side back on the mat, right? Just be prepared. Okay, then let's bring our left foot forward now. Then bring right knee down, tuck our right toe under. Then interlace your fingers to the catch the left knee and stability on the left knee. So your kneecap and toe goes same direction and slide our pelvis forward. And I hope you might feel that stretch to the right hip joint. You might be here, or you might use the block, or might have hands reaching up to the sky. And inhale, open the chest. Then exhale, bring our right hand to the ground or to the block, left hand to the sky and twist. So you might want to have a right knee off the ground or keep your knee down. Then move your left arm, touch to your left ear. Twisting, but stretching. Inhale. And then exhale, release our left hand. Okay. So now we are walking our hands on your right side. All right. Then point your right toe to the back. Then your knee and toe I mean, heel is aligned, warrior two. Excellent. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Then reach our right arm over the head. And lift your rib cage up and find the openness there. All right. Then slowly come back to center. Okay, here's the time we like to have a block on the back of the mat, and right hand is coming onto that block. Then left hand reach. And maybe keep your left knee bent or stretch your left leg, point your toe. One more breath. All right. And then exhale, slowly rise to warrior two. And then swing our hands to the ground and child pose or downward facing dog. Lift your hips or putting our hips back and resting. And decide how you want to be. Let's take a big inhale and open your mouth, exhale. One more time, inhale. And open your mouth, let go. All right. Then gradually we're gonna walk forward towards our hand. And the feet is together. Inhale, halfway left. And then exhale, bend forward, relax your hand. Inhale, let's rise up, hands reach out and up. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. All right. So next one is a balancing pose. So you are welcome to use any furniture or wall to support yourself, or you might just be there. So again, sama, the kind of a feeling of the sense of the no difference, same, is so important here. Grounding and reaching up and gathering, but expanding. So all that together is so important. Then find the vertical line, maybe starting from inner heel or pelvic floor, then through the spine to the top of your head. So as if we are maintaining that line, mid-line of our body, then gradually shifting away to your left foot, pick up your right heel. Then your right big toe or heel is sliding inside of your left leg, then picking up your right knee up as much as you can. So inside of the leg, right? Then now you may open your right knee out and right foot come any place that you might bring it, but avoid the knee area. So either thigh or inner calf or inner ankle, so toe can be touching on the ground. Okay, so this is a tree pose. So you might bring the palms together or reach our hands out and open. Remember, we are still keeping the midline, vertical line. And smooth breath. And we are breathing our breath, the body breathing, and finding a joy every moment, well, that's possible. One more breath. And then exhale, bring our palms together and feet together. And let's shake it. So it is possible, our practice is that it is possible to find the joy anytime, but there are so many obstacles that do not let us think that way, right? So our practice is to be enough or satisfied what we have right now. Of course, we have a list of what is not enough, but can we make ourselves happy or finding a joy of what we have now? Okay, palms together. We're gonna do this other side. So connecting the dot, pelvic floor to the top of your head and maintain that line. And then maybe left heel's lift, left toe or heel is sliding inside of the leg. And lift your legs as much as may go up. Then rotate, extend and rotate. Then foot come inside of the leg. So any place. Maybe resting your toes down, that's easier, or it's more able to focus the alignment. So when we really struggle with the balance, it is harder to pay attention to the alignment or the detail. So be wherever you are. So just a practice with what we have, the condition, what we have. Okay, so you might grow your tree like a branch of the tree. And smooth it out. Be here and now. One more. And then exhale, slowly release. And let's shake, 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 shake. All right. So next one, we're gonna gradually opening our feet apart. So you are welcome to have, so we're gonna bend forward, wide leg. So if you think the block needed in front of you, place it in front, then feet gradually going apart. Then feet is a parallel, right? Bend your knees. Then, okay, invitation is hands on your hip or hands reach back and interlace your fingers. Then inhale, looking up. On our exhalation, bend your knee first, then bend forward. If you are interlacing your fingers at the back, maybe knuckles up. But if your hand may come to the ground, use the block. So like a downward facing dog, we are grounding the heels, then reaching our hands forward. So maybe without a block or with a block. It's up to you. You might keep your knees bent. And keep your breath going. And noticing our body. So where that the sensation or wherever it's difficult, wherever it's nice opening or stretching, just to notice. Just to noticing, but no judgment, no critiques to yourself. Okay, then gradually we're gonna bend our knees. Then if you like, you may bring in the heels in and close, the feet is close and bring our knee to the ground and a way to sit down. So when you sit down, get the belt please. And bringing our feet together and knees out, Baddha Konasana, and opening our hips. All right. So let's straight our right leg out. So right leg out and externally rotating our legs from the hip joint. Then belt might come to, this actually the helpful where is the belt is longer. Then your belt come onto the right foot, but the belt come behind you. So you might remember for Total Woman Gym, I used to teach this one. Okay, so external rotating the leg, right? So inner legs to open and heels out, so your toes might be up. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Then rotate our torso from waistline to face to your left knee. Then on our exhalation, hands goes to the right toe or catch the belt. Then your left hand keep reaching to the right side. If this is available to you, bend your right elbow come inside of your leg. You might rest your hand, elbow on the block. So when you bring your elbow in, is to just help open, rotating the torso out or up. Okay. Now, bring your left hand behind you to catch the belt. So most likely palm is facing back, then bend your elbow, right? So it's like this to reach to the belt. Now catching the belt. Then if you can reach the hand very close to the right hand as possible so that we can rotate our left shoulder and lifting our left chest up or chin up. Also, if this left knee is off the ground, bring the block under so that you are comfortable. Yeah. And then you may change the angle of your chin to find the sweet spot for you. Yeah, very good. All right, then let's slowly release that. And then carefully, you can use the belt to just pick up your right foot and join into the left. Now we're gonna switch to the other way. Belt come onto your left foot and move into the side. All right, then if you need floating up, block under, so it's not straining your hip joint. All right, inhale, hands reach up. Then rotate your torso from the waistline and moving to the right knee side. And then on our exhalation, lean to your left leg and catch the belt. Then maybe bringing your elbow inside of your leg so that chest can open wide up. Yeah, opening our shoulder. Yeah. So you might bend your elbows or you might experiment how you feel. So maybe bending your elbow and moving elbow might helps to lengthen the side, or is it the hands back or hands forward is better, or just an experiment how it's easier. So sometimes that your right hand attached to your side of your head, maybe stable and helpful. So do your version. Then bring your right hand behind you to catch the other end of the belt. So palm is facing back and bend your elbow and try to reach the belt closer to your left foot as possible, but not forcing. Then roll our right shoulder back and down. So as if we are creating a space between the right shoulder and right ear. Again, use the block. Opening our neck and shoulder. One more breath. Excellent. Then let's release it. All right. Then release the belt and let's lie down. But when you lie down, I want you to have the belt wider. So you may lie down first. So way to come down is zipping the legs and coming down using a strength core. Then make a wider belt. So we're gonna lay down and use it. All right, Then put them aside and put feet up, feet hip distance apart and to the ground and drop in the knees right and left. So we are creating a movement to the lower back and your belly. So relaxing the belly and noticing not moving that area and twisting and releasing our lower back. Okay. Then when your lower back is comfortable, to come to hammock pose, you might come to hammock pose. So suggestion, if your hips are not so comfortable or lower back is a little not so comfortable, you might have something soft under my towel I have. Then light foot and head, hammock pose. We are discovering what the intensity or the width or length of the belt might help. So you might adjust the length. So legs should be pretty like a snug by means of a belt is not loose. If it's not so loose, your head or leg is not so comfortable to stay too long. But if too tight, maybe not too comfortable as well. Then if you can stretch your left leg down and find a stretch to the left hip joint, then shoulder away from your ear, as if somebody is pulling your head to lengthen the neck. So head doesn't have, so it's not a straining the neck or shoulder. Drop in the shoulder and feel the gravity. All right, one more breath here. Finding the openness to the back line of the body, the spine, the leg. All right. Then gradually release only head. Then hold the belt with your right hand. Then make sure your head and shoulder come comfortably to the ground and rest it. Then gradually opening your right leg, externally rotating your right leg and find the openness to the inner leg. And if you like, you might bend your knee. Opening not only your right inner leg, but also left inner leg, inner groin. All right. Then gradually bring your right leg to the center and left hand to hold about this time. Bend your right knee and move your right leg to the left side and twist. And find the openness to the outer hip, outer leg. Feel like you might make it nice twist here. You might bend your knee. Then gradually back to center and switch to the left foot and your head. So the head location is somewhere very close to the ear. So it's not your neck. But if hair is slippery, but still, I think around the ear or a little bit higher than ear will nicely, the belt can stay. Cassie, I don't see much, but maybe your belt can go up a little bit higher to your head. And enjoy the stretch to the back line. All right. And then gradually release only head and head. Come comfortably on the ground. And then hold on to the belt and opening your left leg out. And finding the inner leg to stretch and inner groin. Relax your shoulders. And gradually bring back to center and switch with your right hand and move your left leg to the right side. You may start from bending your knee. So maybe gradually straighten your leg if you like, or you might keep your knee bent. Also make this two twist and release in the lower back. And you will let it slowly come back to center and let go the belt. And hug the knee to the chest and gently roll side to side. All right. So if you have a two block, or I suggest the supported the fish pose, but doesn't need to be, or you might do with the cushion too. And just invitation. So might do the Shavasana or might be stay in a supported fish pose for some time. So block come along the spine between the shoulder blade. So it's a supporting at the upper back. Then second block come to like a pillow supporting your head and spread our arms wide and open the palms. Maybe this is helpful to open our chest and heart. Soften your expression, facial expression. And soften everywhere. And you might stay in a little bit longer to fish pose, or you might come down to Shavasana. But if you like to release the lower back, you may bring your knee to side and release in the lower back before Shavasana. And when you are ready, lie down to Shavasana and rest. Make yourself comfortable. I meant for not to get cold. Down. And release the tension. Soften everywhere. Life is designed to constantly evolve and change until we die. The ultimate educational experience. At times, growth stagnates, and in the process of assigning meaning to situations, we identify and move on, often leaving little space for growth. The container in which we allow ourselves to experience life often gets smaller and smaller until we cannot move without bumping up. So we create a space unknowingly. So we let go of our experience, just open ourselves, whatever happens. Slowly, gradually bringing our awareness to the fingers and toes. Then reaching our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Let us take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, exhale. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body and mind and heart, what we have today and this moment. And load on to one side. Then gradually coming up from that position. And keep your eyes closed. Let's together. Big inhale, hands reach to the sky, gathering all happiness, peace, and joy. Seal to our heart. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. May this yoga practice benefit you and everyone. May everyone see the goodness and joyful happiness in our life. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time together. Namaste. Thank you all so much. If you have any question, let me know.